Hello and welcome back to Lorehammer. Hey, I'm your host Mark. It's funny, I try to do an excited intro. I don't know. I remember I used to play off Eric, and that's a lot more fun. And now I just have to intro myself. Hi, I'm Mark. Welcome. We also got Fishy. Hey,
Hello. See, I'm
welcome,
cheery.
welcome. No, I like that. I like that. Welcome, welcome, Fishy. We've had some fun times together. We also got Spaldrum in here. Gonna create some more fun times with us.
Especially if he's kinky, like his name suggests.
Hello.
Yeah.
I couldn't come up with anything else. I was gonna go for sadistic, but felt
You followed
this
your heart
a little
with
bit
that
more
one.
humane.
I was going to say the point still stands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are you drinking over there in your little cup of?
I have some coffee, my own fucking blend. It's like mud.
Couple droplets
really-
of pain in there, droplet of blood.
Everything's possible.
Gives it a rich flavor.
It is quite thick, and yeah.
Nice. Well, we're gonna do a fun episode today. The Master Haemonculus Urien Rakarth. Pretty cool character. I don't remember which episode it was. It was probably around the episode 80 range. But we did do a Haemonculus episode. And man, it was a twisted, wild episode. Like I feel like it was one of the most like iconic 40K kind of concepts. Like it was just so easy to get grimdark and metal and like, oh, so they're stitching flesh to other things. Oh, but that flesh human is still alive, so that face is talking to you as it's like stitched onto somebody's cape. Neat. Like just wild, outlandish, like truly like
The
not even-
perfect summary of the Drukhari.
Yeah. Take their sadistic nature and dial it up to 11, and then you get the homunculus. So we're gonna get a wild episode here. Before we get into it, come join the Discord. It's a lot of fun. Go buy some merchandise on Redbubble. That's also fun to spend your money. But Discord is free, so if you don't have money to spend, you can come hang out there. There's links in the description below.
And if you do have money to spend and you wish to support the stream, feel free to join the Patreon, join the Imperial Tithe, support the show, support what we do here. So for $2.50, you can get an ad-free version, or for just $5, you can join the live stream, which is a fantastic offer, to be honest.
And with that, you can join the Patreon, and you can maybe be one of the people in the live streams one day.
One of those people I set my eyes on, and they steal all your time for a handful of weekends. Hi, you want a podcast with me, new friend? That's a good time. Love it. Well, today, we got the old Master Haemonculus himself, Urien Rakarth. When doing that Eldrad Uthway episode, I said his name like 80 different times in different ways. This one I'll try to be a little bit more consistent with his name. But in this episode, we're going to cover his history. He's got up to some cool things in Commorragh. I read this little bit, little spoiler, but not spoiler, as Drubel's Vex funeral. And I thought, holy shit, did Vex die? So we'll talk about that today. Seemed kind of out of left field, but we'll get to that. There's so much new lore that comes out always, so you never know what is released. And then we'll get into his appearance, his personality. We talked about the different kind of like factions and philosophies of the homunculus way back when. Definitely go find that episode. And the Black Cornucopians are kind of one of those factions that is kind of his personality, his faction. So talk a little bit about them, his abilities in cloning, his creations from Wracks to Grotesques to, I guess, Uber Grotesques. So he's got some German ones in there, which is very inclusive. I always love how inclusive GW can be.
Just how to make something grosser. Make it German.
Make it German. Or
once
French.
Again, the British way. No, that's just being silly. Nothing's that gross.
Don't make anything French. Just don't. Just don't. Yeah. And then we'll get to a couple other things. He's got a bunch of different war gear that we will cover and a bunch of different homunculus stuff. So packed episode here. Do you guys know anything about this character?
I haven't a clue, I'll be honest. I don't know the Drukhari really all that much. I think their models look fantastic. and they're some sick puppies. they're, sort they're the boogeyman of the boogeyman of the boogeyman. You know,
Yeah.
you don't want to go near them. I don't want to be involved in them.
Even this
They're really
episode, you're like, I
accepting
hope they
culture.
don't like latch onto me or something. Fuck.
Yeah, just screen grab me somehow, and then
Yeah.
I'm turned into your weird skin slave.
Like, or at the very least, you just become a Dark Eldar player, and I don't know, that could be just as bad. I don't know.
I've already sold my soul to the guard because collecting guard drains me of any financial stability.
Nice. Good. Good
Jesus.
choice. Nice.
Yeah, as far as I know, he's a little polite, almost like Hannibal Lecter polite. He's always calm and methodical, and he respects good craftsmen, apparently. Like, if you're good at something, even if it's just, I don't know, surgery, or if you're even a mechanic or something, apparently he's respectful to that, as respectful and nice as he can be. What a
Yeah,
fucked
sure,
up
he'll
gentleman.
fleshcraft you into that machine, but
Yeah.
still, it works. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
do
great.
like that where it's like he's this like adamant professional where it's like there
Yeah,
is
yeah,
ways
yeah.
to sew somebody's arm onto their ass. There are the correct manner to do that, and I will show you the proper methods.
It kind of reminds me of a story from the Old West, where this chap, basically, he was known as Big Nose George, very polite name. He was lynched in the 1880s or something, and someone tanned his skin. They skinned him and turned his skin into a pair of shoes. But the request were for it was like a pair of loafers or something, but for the nipples to be there. And this guy is just giving me those vibes. Is this guy a real person?
Yeah, and if you're watching the old live stream, let's Google image Big Nose George shoes and see what comes up. Come on, no nipples.
Oh, yeah,
But
I
definitely
think
some fucked up shit.
I think the story goes that basically the guy making the shoes refused, and then his skull was used as an ashtray.
Jesus.
Oh man, I forget the one serial killer in the States who like was making like nipple belts and doing a bunch of weird crafting.
Yeah. Ed Gein, right?
whole- Yeah, Ed Gein,
Yeah.
It's a whole hobby, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe you get sick
Art-
of 40K
arts and
and looking for
crafts.
something else.
You will never look at a hobby store again the same. A craft store is not the same.
No, goddamn.
Well, we're off to a good start.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Well,
Well, I do
right.
have like a little bit of a context here that we can build up to kind of build our knowledge on what Dark Eldar, what Commorragh is, and Homunculus and all of that. So we'll get some slow drip of knowledge here.
Yeah. So, Urien Rakarth, Master Haemonculus of the Prophets of Flesh, is among the oldest and most accomplished fleshcrafter in Commorragh. To him, anatomy is neither sacred nor fixed. It is merely raw material awaiting correction beneath the patient touch of a superior mind. Across uncounted millennia, he has transformed living bodies into elaborate works of biological art, refining pain, mutation, and regeneration into disciplines few could begin to comprehend. Once Rakarth, there we go, I will get it right one time this show. Once Rakarth occupied a prominent place within the intrigues of the Dark City. Such contests now seem quaint. Power is fleeting, prestige is fragile, and ambition belongs to younger creatures still burdened by the need for recognition. Urien seeks grander experiments, the remaking of societies, species, and perhaps existence itself. From the humblest servant to Commorragh's highest lords, all know the Sculptor of Torments. Some dismiss him as legend, others have learned, briefly, that legends possess remarkably precise instruments. Celebrated as an artist of agony, Urien regards such pain with quiet amusement. His imagination has descended far beyond the limits of lesser minds, into possibilities even Commorragh hesitates to name. The fact this guy's making Commorragh sit up and think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to be one of the most vile creatures in the galaxy, the things that he gets up to.
Yeah.
I wonder how many fans he has. And like, do the fans go to him and ask for, signature?
Man.
And he just puts a fucking ass cheek on his shoulder or something.
Yeah, man, those Germans. And then he makes the Uber Grotesques. The
Yeah.
Germans go flocking to him. They love him. It is kind of like wild to think like this guy's out there like sometimes people are making like genetically altered species, sometimes people are like biologically seeding planets to make species, playing that long game. But yeah, this guy's just going and straight up like stitching an octopus to a mouse and dropping it on some feral world and like, yes, let's see what it does.
And even if it does nothing but die, that's just amusing.
Yeah. And he feasts off it. And ideally, you actually do that with like an Eldar and an octopus, a little more fun that way. But yeah.
Check something. Apparently, at some point, the Drukhari started to put Tyranid parts to their bodies because it was fashionable. But they didn't understand that it would fuck them up because the Tyranids were still quite new to the galaxy. So apparently it got forbidden at some point. But the fact that they created their own little gene stealer cult is quite hilarious.
That's so funny. They create their own little gene stealer cult. That's so funny. There is a model here. I'm trying to find it. Do you remember this guy's name? Do either of you guys know? It's the Drukhari Incubi hero.
No idea.
His old model basically had some like almost Tyranid looking weapons and hands on him. But that's such a funny story. Yeah. So they'll take anything and stitch it to anything. And like they have no like ties to their own Geldar biology. Like so far we've been talking in the context of homunculus being like torturers and stuff, but they're also like flesh crafters of like, yeah, do you actually want a useful flesh craft object on you? Like maybe you want chameleon skin. We can actually make that happen. Price, things happen.
I'm guessing a lot of payment would come from like, okay, I'll give you what you want, but I'm going to also try some new shit on you, and that's going to be the payment. So you get the chameleon skin, but you also have a teapot instead of a penis or something.
No!
He just decided
it wasn't worth it.
As a British person, that would absolutely be worth it.
Yeah, it's like functional. It hurts a little bit.
He's literally taking they're literally taking their pound of flesh.
Yeah. Yeah, wild. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you can either give me 100 souls for this operation or discount rate 25 souls, and I get to do a little extra. Like, ooh.
And I get your left nipple.
my nipple shoes.
It's where you start bartering body parts for like less souls.
Yeah.
What do I value my left leg at? Well, I value it slightly more than my right butt cheek. So let's weigh this up.
Yeah, so please, just nothing on the right side of my body. Just keep it to the left.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay, shall I continue?
Yeah.
Okay, Commorragh. Commorragh, the Dark City, is not a civilization in any traditional sense, but a vast monument to ambition, cruelty, and excess. Hidden within the labyrinthine arteries of the webway, it exists beyond the reach of outsiders, a malignant growth concealed among ancient Aeldari pathways. To creatures such as Urien Rakarth, it is not merely a city, but an endless laboratory where flesh, power, and obsession are refined. It's impossible to scale, is formed from countless interconnected realms, districts and hidden domains scattered across the webway. Distances that would span thousands of light years can be crossed in moments through dimensional pathways. Beneath the crimson glow of captured black suns, Commorragh expands endlessly, consuming resources, inhabitants, and itself in an eternal cycle of decadence. For the homunculi, the Dark City is perfection. It provides infinite subjects, material, and inspiration. Here, depravity is not considered corruption, but an art form refined across millennia. Every horror is simply another experiment waiting to be perfected.
This is such a great architecture. Whoever came up with the architecture, fantastic. Yeah, what a crazy place to live where up can become down if you walk down a certain hallway and all of a sudden you've fallen into a sun. Just like, all right, well, I guess we need the sun there.
Can you just take Dave off of the fire register because he fell into the sun again?
Yeah. Poor Dave.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, how many people get impaled on the side every day? And how, like, is there a quota? Like, you want at least 10 per day on the side of your building, or like, otherwise it's useless architecture, you know?
Imagine the traffic and the fact that any time a flying vehicle might just crash into your house because everything is just so fucked up if you look at it geometrically. Like 9/11s happen every day, basically. It's like a common occurrence.
Sounds like you just got yourself a free plane. Nice.
Yeah.
What I will say, hang on, do the architects, by the amount of people that die due to their architecture, are they paying their toll of souls? Because do they get proximate cause? Are they to blame? Therefore, they get rewarded with it, or is it?
I like that.
Oh, but if it's a vehicle that's crashed, is it the mechanic?
Yeah, it's the building soul tax, the mechanic soul tax. Yeah. Hey, I cut his line. Hey, I didn't replace that gasket.
Who gets the VAT?
Yeah. That's the whole point. It's constant pain. It's disgusting. No one enjoys living there.
Yeah. Thankfully, I don't ever have to worry about the economy there. I'm just selling off body parts. I'm just going the easy route.
Yeah.
But if I sell my face first, that's what I'm going with. Just go straight in. Yeah. I'm done. One and done.
Dive head first, eh? Yikes!
I'm here for the puns.
Yeah. Commorragh's wild. Another great episode, honestly. If you can go back to the catalog and listen to the Commorragh and the Haemonculus episodes, you do yourself a favor. They were wild. They're just such wild concepts, man. Like these like dark cities where just anything's possible and that don't make sense and like can't even quite make sense to us as humans. Like there's too much happening. There's colors that we can't even see flash in here, and like there's mandrakes that see in complete darkness, which is most of the place, and you're just like left there, like, hey, there's all types of wild shit.
Oh yes.
We'll move forward and give you guys a little context now about the homunculus himself. I'll pull up an image of just a regular one. If there is such a thing as a regular homunculus, they all are kind of wild and special little boys, individual. Homunculus are the flesh masters of Commorragh, ancient surgeons whose biology as a flawed material awaiting refinement. They create warriors, restore the dead, and reshape bodies through forbidden sciences beyond mortal comprehension. Within the Dark City, they are feared and respected as indispensable masters of regeneration and torment. Their influence comes from secrets, creations, and control over life itself, making even nobles cautious around their hidden workshops. Homunculus remain aloof, amused observers of existence, perfecting grotesque designs while treating all beings as mere specimens forever. Yeah, very cool. They're kind of what keeps Commorragh going to some degree. Like this The big thing that I learned when doing the Homunculus episodes back in the day was the cloning that they're capable of. Where basically, if they like take a little bit of your body part, cut off a finger, and they keep it, preserve it, then they can regrow your whole body. They can pull your soul back from the warp even and put it into that body. So they become basically like the keepers of legacy, where it's like Uriel Vec has to have a homunculus that he can actually trust. Otherwise, we might end up with the funeral effect.
Yeah. It's just that whole what keeps jumping out at me is simply the name. So homunculus, spelt differently with an O instead of an AE, is a like medieval, early modern thing, which was basically alchemists creating human-like things.
Yeah.
Which fits with this as well, which, you know, it's drawing from real world, as GW never copied the real world. And, you know,
well, who's never looked at another human and thought, you could use a tail?
Yeah. Or knife hands.
Or knife hands.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I don't think I'm trained enough to be one of these guys, you know. I keep going to just different body parts on body parts, and you're adding in like metallics now, limb knife hands.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be metallic knife hands. They could be bone. You could have cut off someone's leg and taken the flesh off and sharpened a thema.
Very, very fun. Very
there
fun.
There we go. See, I'm getting into this. It's scary how easy it comes.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should look at rent prices in Commorragh.
It would be really interesting to see one of these guys have a conversation with tech priests, since they're almost the same, but you know, one is biological, one is mechanical. So they're just giving tips to one another. You can just try to sew a hand on the spine. It's like it works quite well for us.
Piston, no tendon, no piston.
Yeah. No tendon. For a moment, I thought you were about to say it would be really interesting to hear one of these guys talk to a therapist.
They're mentally sane. They don't have, problems.
Yeah, they're professionals, as we said. They're the adamant professionals.
Yeah.
There's something else so far, and it fits with the setting. Let's be honest. So the prophets of the flesh coven. The prophets of the flesh exist beneath the shadow and favor of Urien Rakarth. I did it. A coven whose reputation draws countless aspirants seeking transformation through his doctrines. Each homunculus master commands thousands of Wracks, servants reshaped through branding, surgical alteration, and carefully designed mutilation until their bodies become records of devotion. Within the coven, advancement is measured through creativity, cruelty, and usefulness. A Wrack who demonstrates exceptional ingenuity may receive a replacement limb from the prophet's flesh vaults. A grotesque honor. Just what I always wanted.
Yeah,
just like this small kid. What do you want to be when you grow up? Well,
oh my
god. A grotesque honor marking acceptance into their higher mysteries. Those who rise further appear untouched, yet their purity is an illusion. Beneath the flawless exterior lies a soul thoroughly corrupted by ambition. The prophets also pursue forbidden understanding, exploring forms of prophecy despite Commorragh's rejection of psychic arts. Apologies. They do not seek knowledge through mysticism, but through observation of suffering itself, interpreting the reactions of flesh, minds, and victims as fragments of universal truth. To them, atrocity is not merely violence, but a clinical instrument for discovery. Urien observes their work with detached amusement, knowing every creation, experiment, and disciple serves endless refinement of flesh, pain, and biological perfection within his domain. It's just that detached amusement. Just these guys are doing that, aren't they? Yeah. Oh,
It's
brilliant.
like it's like comic book villain levels of like, what
Yeah.
are you can't be serious. That's what you're doing. Like, yeah, it's just too extreme almost. You laugh at it, but it's so horrific.
It's the manager at a workplace who tells you there's no overtime, there's no extra work,
Ah,
but we are hiring a dozen new staff that you now have to train, but you're not getting paid anymore for it.
oh. And I can't quit, right? In this scenario, you're just gonna tweak my nipples instead when I complain.
Tweak your nipple as I impale you on a building.
On a building. Okay. Well, I send those people my way. I guess I'll train them. Fuck.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Exactly. Yeah, that's fun. Like, I don't know. Torture is no retirement fund in my mind, or no way to like make plans for the future, but they seem to have a good science for it, apparently. If they wiggle too far to the left, that means invest in your 401k. If they tweak their arm right, that is a different side. I haven't memorized their system. I'm not privileged.
At least they've got health insurance covered.
They do. Great health insurance.
You can't even die. Beautiful.
Yeah, and like the health insurance pretty sweet because you can go shoot the homunculus and he'll just come back. So it's like you can even vent that way. And yeah, it's all nice for everyone around there.
History.
All right, well, that's some good context for you. We'll go back into Urien himself, and yeah, like you said, start with his history.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of jumped in. Okay, history. I have long taken an interest in humans and their crude dabbling in fleshcraft. The Adeptus Astartes are powerful warriors, but their creators have always been too restricted in their vision. This Primarch, Roberta Gilliman, occludes his mind to so many possibilities, and as such will never achieve the perfection he seeks. So he doesn't like the Primaris Marines either, I think.
Yeah. Hey, that's kind of a fun thought. Like, I never really thought of Astartes being like flesh crafted, so to speak, but they really are. Like, look at some of these guys here.
The organs.
They're doing some to this guy. Yeah. Fun thought.
Yeah. The perfection that I define through the through the practice of my craft. If he wishes to learn from the master, let him come to me. I will gladly make room for him in my grandest oubliette. Master Haemonculus Urien Rakarth. Urien Rakarth is one of the oldest surviving beings in Commorragh, an ancient homunculus whose existence predates the fall of the Aeldari. So Jesus, he's one of the originals. Some legends claim he witnessed that great catastrophe, while the others whispered that he was the first of his kind, the progenitor of the homunculi and their dark arts of fleshcrafting. Across countless millennia, Rakarth refined the sciences of anatomy, regeneration, and biological alteration, becoming one of the greatest fleshcrafters in Drukhari history. His discoveries allowed him to repeatedly return from death, rebuilding himself from carefully prepared remains and preserving his consciousness through countless incarnations. Over the ages, these repeated cycles of death and rebirth have altered Rakarth's form, leaving each new incarnation marked by remnants of those before it. His body has become a living record of his endless experiments, shaped by millennia of self-modification and unnatural evolution. Once a participant in the political intrigues of Commorragh, Rakarth eventually abandoned such ambitions in favor of his experiments. His influence now comes not through titles or alliances, but through his unmatched knowledge and the creations of the prophets of flesh. the homunculus coven that serves beneath his guidance. For millennia, Urien Rakarth has remained a constant presence within the Dark City, continuing his pursuit of biological perfection while creating some of the most infamous horrors ever unleashed by the Drukhari. Yeah, so he's how old now? When did Slaanesh become a thing?
I think he's like 10,000, 11,000 years old at least. We were talking about that on the Eldorad one, how it was him, Eldorad, and Uriel Vector, like the three kind of oldest beings in the galaxy right now, oldest actual mortals. Yeah, it's fun to think about too. This guy's doing all these kind of creations and stuff, and it'd be fun if it wasn't always tabletop attached, where it's just like Wracks and Grotesques, where you get like more like this one on the image here, where it's like a snake tail body on like an Eldar. You could just go wild, or maybe you build like a building sized flesh crafted being that you stitch like 50 people together to make it. It's like this writhing ball. Like it just becomes wild. How much grander it can be if you kind of take it away from the tabletop lore.
Yeah. You start flesh sculpting for flesh sculpting's sake.
Yeah.
Whereas,
what do you come up with?
Yeah, because you're tying it to tabletop, you're trying to weaponize it. You have to create these creations. Horrible phrasing. You have to make these things that fight. You're giving a purpose, whereas the feeling of this is almost we're just doing it for shits and gigs.
Yeah, or for art's sake.
Why not? Yeah,
like
for
it's
art,
an artistic
absolutely.
Expression.
Yeah. And craftsmanship. I'm going to push myself because I want to be able to make the best cabinet out of people. I want to be.
It yells at you, but you got to find just the right voice.
Exactly. And you need to find the right sets of fingers to hold the door shut.
Exactly.
So there is, it removes that almost. And again, I kind of want to shudder saying it, but the artistic aspect of the prophets of flesh.
Yeah, let's Google image people furniture real quick and see what happens.
You are almost certainly going to get a load of things from the Holocaust.
Oh, just this guy. And, well, he is frightening. Not what we're going for.
Who would choose those trousers with that shirt? I mean, come on.
Oh, fuck. All right, so the donations of flesh. In recent centuries, Rakarth has compelled cabals and witch cults to provide a continuous harvest of living specimens from real space. His allies, blinded by ambition and their own petty intrigues, assume these offerings merely sustain his endless experiments. Such assumptions amuse the ancient homunculus, for ignorance is far more useful resource than loyalty. Their true purpose behind his vast collection remains hidden, protected from Commorragh's scrutiny, while Urien quietly pursues designs too elaborate for lesser minds to comprehend. Whew.
Yeah, he's got a real superiority complex.
You almost have to, though, if you're like 11,000 years old and you're like all powerful, and he's also mastered death as well. Like you can't really ever kill him. Like,
but equally at that point, if you're that powerful, you might as well tell him. You're probably going to blow their little brains, and then you've got more flesh donations.
Yeah, come on, tell us what you're working on back there.
You think after 11,000 years of people yapping away, he might just crack, but
he's making a 2-scale sized version of Commorragh, but with people. So the walls are made of people. Everything's made of people. The refrigerator's made of everything is people.
How's he making the really pointy spikes?
People. Everything is made.
I've just got an image of a human-sized pencil sharpener.
Yeah. you can liquefy a human and then pour him into like a specific
Ooh.
mold, harden up the people again, maybe stick a couple femur spikes in there to,
Yeah.
give it some
Yeah.
People Crete.
people creep. Exactly. It's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So that's
quite
fun
the
of him.
Yeah. Very artistic, I would say.
Yeah.
Did you say autistic or artistic? Which
I will leave that to the listeners to decide.
Yeah.
Safe space and all that. So, Kane's Gate. Kane's Gate is one of the most important and dangerous portals connecting Commorragh to the wider webway, named after the ancient Aeldari god of war. Over time, the immense energies and instability surrounding this gateway cause severe disruptions known as disjunction, threatening to tear open the boundaries protecting the Dark City from the predations of the warp. To the Drukhari, such a catastrophe represented not merely destruction, but the possibility of demonic invasion on an unimaginable scale. The instability of Kane's Gate forced even the most arrogant inhabitants of Commorragh to prepare for the unlikely event that their hidden realm might finally be breached. In 999 M41, Rakarth collaborated with Vect to prepare a hidden pocket realm beneath Commorragh's shadow, a reserve of slaves and biological resources for the disaster of Kane's Gate's instability. Created as a contingency against demonic invasion, this secret refuge ensured the Dark City possessed future sustenance should the warp breach its defenses and unleash its horrors.
Cool.
The Doom Prepper Drukhari is kind of funny, to be honest.
Yeah.
Digging up basements.
The end is coming. He's just screaming at everyone in the corner.
They have live people inside cans with like expiration dates written on.
All stacked on a shelf made of.
Yeah, people.
More people.
Hang on. Is it going to be one of the naked guys with a billboard saying the end is nigh, but the billboard is the one doing the shouting?
Yeah.
They like to use every part of the people, Yeah.
It's
very nice.
Waste not, want not.
Yeah. Kane Gates is a cool kind of concept in Commorragh where you just have this like webway portal, that warp portal really, that could open up at any time and flood your realm with demons. It's nice.
It's very much 0 to 100, so I kind of get why they might be prepping for it.
Yeah. All types of crazy stuff has happened that hasn't happened in like 10,000 years. Like they ripped the galaxy in half. That says something. New gods are being born and stuff. Like, oof. Yeah. Could definitely see the end time on the wall. And his next little story, his next little history excerpt that we know about him is Vec's funeral.
I'm trying to figure out how the hell do I read the first name.
Yeah.
Astrubile Vect. I'll just say Vect, yeah. Astrubile Vect's funeral. Few displays in Commorragh could rival the exquisite brutality of Urien Rakarth's creations. The countless Drukhari sought the privilege of witnessing the Master Haemonculus unveil his latest refinements. When the Sculptor of Torments announced his work would be revealed during the funeral rites of Vect, the Dark City's archons gathered in fascination. They arrived expecting entertainment, unaware they themselves had been selected in the as the final specimens in the Rakarth's newest anatomical demonstration. So it's like the Drukhari are lining up like it's the new iPhone to be released.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Vect had fallen during the Night of Revelations, a catastrophe marked by a great disjunction and the awakening of Uned's influence through Uvrain. After his death, the Mask of the Veiled Path arranged a funeral attended by Vect's allies and enemies alike. At the ceremony's climax, the Harlequins slaughtered the assembled Archons in a carefully orchestrated act of violence. Their deaths provided the catalyst for Vect's resurrection, using their blood to return him to existence in a perfect form infused with mysterious new power. Following the massacre, Rakarth and the Prophets of Flesh performed their own work upon the fallen. Those loyal to Vect were restored, their bodies returned to functionality. Those who opposed him received a far more instructive fate, reborn as grotesque alterations of their former selves. They became living examples of failure, transformed into eternal reminders of Vect's authority. Through this act, Rakarth demonstrated the true mastery of his craft, providing that flesh, death, and identity were merely materials awaiting the hands of a sufficiently skilled artist. The ancient... I'm curious, how often do people die and turn into some weird fucking creature and then someone restores them? So it's like yeah, man, like I became a furniture 5 times this month. It's going
crazy
so...
party, yo. We all got turned into 4 chairs. Wild, 10 out of 10.
The ancient homunculus regarded the entire event with detached amusement. For even resurrection itself remained merely another experiment in the endless refinement of biological perfection. I would like to drop another fun fact. Apparently, one of the most cruel things you can do to a Drukhari is to fleshcraft them into human form, because apparently they find that really insulting, and like rearranging where the organs are and making them basically human is like excruciating for them apparently. So
quite the downgrade, yeah.
Suddenly I want to do it.
It's like a fuck you, become human.
That's so funny. Yeah, you clip the tips of their ears. No. So would you circumcise the ears? Is that what the technical term is?
I guess.
You're snipping off the extra bit either way.
Yeah, either way about it. Well, I read that when doing research. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Did they kill Vect? No, of course they didn't actually kill Vect. They got me though in the first half. He's got a pretty cool model with sexy bitches on there, awing and fawning over him.
I mean, by the sounds of it, he had an entire funeral of that.
Look at this guy. He's like on his throne and there's just women scattered around him. Oh, yeah.
It's what every man wishes to be.
Yeah. With your flying car.
Yeah.
Nice. Real nice. Yeah, Vec's a cool character. I know at one point they gave rules for him to go in like a Tantalus, which is like this one. And this is a fucking wild conversion, whoever did this one. Has like like what are the vampires? Maybe they're just vampire counts. It has like a vampire count that's Vect on there. Very cool.
Nice.
Love it. So he lives. That's nice. And Urien goes on to other things. He starts studying some Primaris Marines. So Urien continues to pursue rare specimens, including Primaris Space Marines, for anatomically study and experimentation. He also searches for Yvraine, the prophet of Yanid. His motives remain uncertain, perhaps serving Vect or perhaps pursuing her power as another discovery worthy of possession. Yeah. So those are kind of some leads he can kind of go on. Primaris Marines would actually be pretty rare, realistically, to some degree.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about that there's probably only around 1 million Space Marines if there's 1,000 chapters with 1,000 guys. It's not that many, but
no. I mean, I find it quite interesting thinking about, these things are rare, So where he's commenting on, well, they've held themselves back, really. They could have done more. They could have done better.
Yeah.
Could that potentially be because, this is a wounded, dying Primaris Marine that they've just about managed to get back to Commorragh? So he's not perhaps seeing the whole picture.
Yeah.
Don't know. But just
Yeah,
a little theory. They've brought him back like the right forearm, stuck a heart on it on the end of it, just to keep it living. Like they watched
as one does.
They watched a Primaris Marine get squished by something, and they just like picked up his little toe.
Excellent.
Yeah.
They're going full like dinosaur skeleton with it. Hey, just like, this is a bone. Let's attach it over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Oh,
it
they're
could be
also-
also from what he's seen from the Primaris, he can see, well, this is a good idea that I hadn't thought of, but they've only done it so far. So that could be where he's also saying they're holding themselves back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is like interesting that 40K doesn't have more super soldier races. Like if you look at the Tau, they use crisis suits, they use technology instead of making a super soldier. Like a lot of them don't really have like an actual genetically engineered like warrior class. Because like even these guys here, like the Wracks and the Grotesques and stuff, they're almost more like punishments or just a way to live, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not necessarily, they're designed for a role almost. They're not, but not as purely as warriors.
Yeah, and like not like admirable warriors either that are like masters of war. Those are just like, well, if I throw 1,000 racks with scissor hands at something will happen.
I think it's more like self-preservation. Like if everyone started creating, like, I'm gonna make the perfect warrior. They're gonna be better, bigger, smarter, and then it eventually would be like a civil war. The better ones would try to eradicate the shittier ones, kind of like the whole AI thing the humans Imperium had at some point. So maybe it's more like
almost like
let's not cross the threshold. That's why the Space Marines can't breed or anything, right? So that's not like the human, but like this is our tool. We don't want that to be humanity. We just want good soldiers or something. So probably
I like that.
Also,
there's like this like
about
no, you go for
you
it.
first, please. Okay. Apparently, the Drukhari are kind of obsessed with space wolves. Apparently, because of their curse or something. So they're constantly trying to kidnap at least recruits from the like space wolves.
Like, I never thought of crossing a human with a dog before. It's brilliant.
They did that.
Are they potty trained?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. That's fun. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Crazy way to live, I guess.
Yeah, it's quite something. Appearance. Across the immeasurable span of his existence, Urien Rakarth has treated his own body as his greatest and most enduring experiment. While lesser beings accept the limitations imposed by biology, the Master Haemonculus has spent countless millennia dissecting, refining, and rebuilding himself, replacing weakness with adaptation, and turning his flesh into a living archive of every discovery he has made. Through forbidden fleshcrafting, surgical mastery, and countless cycles of death and resurrection, Rakarth has transformed himself into something far removed from a natural Drukhari. Each incarnation carries the remnants of those before it, a grotesque lineage of discarded designs and perfected improvements, preserved within a single immortal form. His body is not merely alive, it is a continuous, evolving creation, endlessly modified by the hands of the very artist who inhabits it. That is just all sorts of wild.
Yeah.
I mean, we bringing this slightly real world. Think of all the body modifications we see nowadays.
Oh yeah,
All the plastic
there's some
surgery.
wild ones.
Now, just imagine if the people that went through with all of this, for whatever reason, I'm not casting any judgment, but they had the power to do that to themselves on a whim.
Oof.
Yeah.
And then change it and do something else, and like
Yeah,
it's almost like putting clothes on.
Yeah.
But putting on your new skin.
yeah.
It-
And the fact he sort of willingly, I need to control alt delete myself
Oh my
to
god! Look what
reset
they've
the
done.
program. They have faces. Good God. Yeah, you just sort of control alt delete, and he's just resetting himself, but in a new character in effect. And that's kind of where
that's
do
messed
you
up.
draw the line?
Yeah, any of these, the line they've passed it. Homunculus body modifications, though, sometimes also look more like this guy.
Yeah.
Do you know him?
Yeah.
So it's fun how different things can be, sometimes.
Yeah.
Benevolent like him.
Oh dear, no, I'm never gonna. Now, whenever I think of Drukhari, I'm just gonna be thinking of this guy.
Yeah, it's
So-
literally, look at the hands. It's identical. It's an identical
yeah.
hand twin.
Yeah.
Same image. It's the same image.
Same image.
The result is a creature whose appearance reflects ages of calculated experimentation. Compound spines erupt from his back in ornate and unnatural arrangements, while his ancient face is held together by cords of hardened flesh and artificial reconstruction. Multiple sets of limbs extend from his twisted frame, some meticulously stripped, reinforced, and transformed with precise instruments of surgery, while others remain as withered remnants of previous alterations. His artificially enhanced physiology allows wounds to close with unnatural speed, his flesh adapting to damage rather than succumbing to it. To Urien, injury is not a weakness, but a source of information. Another opportunity to refine his design. After countless deaths and rebirths, Rakarth no longer resembles a being seeking perfection. He is the horrifying consequence of one who achieved immortality and continued experimenting regardless. And this is it.
Whoa.
It's
What a line.
he's really just doing it for doing its sake. He's an
Yeah.
artist. There we go. I said it. He is an artist.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is wild. He's like, I have achieved perfection. I've already done it. But also, sometimes you want people to bleed from their eyes. So I got to do that as well.
And I suppose what else are you going to do if you've worked out immortality? What else
Yeah.
is there to do apart from, sprout 6 arms from your back?
This is a pretty old model. I don't know, maybe like 2008-ish, probably in that range. But like after reading that description, there's some third-party ones that are like, okay, that's a little more dark and like wild and bigger too. Like he's a small, tiny model. Like you think he would be kind of like become more demon princed or like, just like bigger, or maybe that's not the goal necessarily, I guess.
I mean, the dude is literally reforming constantly.
Yeah,
You
I
would think
guess.
he's bulk.
Yeah,
Like,
he has to
that-
have one bulk version of him. You're right.
That model, he's definitely skipped leg day.
Yeah.
He went straight to arms quite clearly. But you think
Every day
you'd
is
have-
arm day for him.
Yeah, you'd think at least one version he would be swole.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, it's like they're limited to like models that can't release 18 different Rakarths, although they should. 3D printing, you can do it. That would be
at
some
least-
cool conversions, though.
Yeah. I was going to say, at least allow people to have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Pit bash. You can just, you know,
Yeah.
cut his head and just put it on a fucking Tyranid, and
I was
that's
going to say
just
a
one of his bodies.
Carnifex
Yeah.
with a couple of arms off the
Yeah,
back.
Carnifex with a tiny little elder head.
that one Eldar I was mentioning earlier is Drazar. His old
Mm.
model almost looked
Mm.
like it was Tyranid based.
Yeah.
Where it's like these bladed weapons, and then also his
Mhm.
helmet.
Mm.
Yeah.
But no, I think that was just like model design coincidence. It wasn't actually anything. That was my faulty memory thinking something was maybe possibly something.
I mean,
it could have been designed off of the biological weaponry.
yeah,
Could
living
be.
weapons and stuff. I feel like they would actually love it.
Yeah.
They're like,
Like
oh,
even
this
like
gun is real.
yeah, even like his weird back vents have like weird mouth teeth on them. Like it's a
Yeah.
very interestingly weird model.
Yeah, some
Cute.
of those older school models are really cool. Just for that
Yeah.
crossover of, ideas, cross pollination.
Yeah, like some of them just went for it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Just full send all the way.
Where are we? His personality. What's this guy
Oh.
like? He's great at parties. He's got some party tricks, does he?
Let's see. The personality. Urien Rakarth's personality is defined by ancient intellect, clinical detachment, and an almost incomprehensible arrogance born from millennia of existence. Unlike many Drukhari who seek power through wealth, status, or political influence, Rakarth considers such ambitions primitive distractions pursued by lesser minds. He views himself as a scholar of existence itself, observing life and death with the cold curiosity of a surgeon examining an interesting specimen. Pain, suffering, and transformation hold no emotional significance to him. They are simply processes to be studied and refined. Yet beneath his detached exterior lies a cruel sense of amusement, as he takes quiet satisfaction in the failures of those who believed they can comprehend or challenge him. Rakarth does not rage, boast, or seek approval, for he considers himself far beyond the need for recognition. To his mind, the galaxy is an endless laboratory, every creature within it a potential discovery, and every horror he creates merely another demonstration of his unmatched mastery over flesh. So he's a typical psychopath. He's calm and well, what the hell happened to Fishy?
What's wrong if I cut your arm off? Why are you freaking out, buddy?
Yeah, it's like no big deal. I have 6. Have one.
Yeah. His old model's pretty wild. I can't quite figure out what he's holding there. Some type of like skull
It
cup.
looks like it has multiple faces.
Yeah. Wild. Oh, you smoke crack out of it. Oh, it's a little. Okay, I get it.
It's a
I
bomb.
get it. It's a nice little bong. Okay, skull bong. Very cool, Urien. Very cool. So he is part of the Black Cornucopians. He might even be their founder, probably is. Haemonculus consider themselves artisans of biological corruption, developing specialized disciplines to perfect their dark craft. Black Cornucopians embrace this belief that existence itself is a resource awaiting collection. These masters orchestrate vast raids and harvests, claiming specimens for their private dominions. Like Urien Rakarth, they maintain hidden pocket realms filled with captives and materials sufficient to sustain their experiments across centuries of isolation. To them, all reality is property. Pocket reality is just full of people. That is nice, eh?
I never understand how they manage to capture people alive, or any creature alive almost, because I feel like if anyone saw Drukhari approach, like anywhere close to their planet, I feel like everyone would just start killing themselves.
Yeah,
Like,
you don't
without
want to
any
get
resistance. Yeah, it's easier that way. Just take the easy way out.
Do you think like how common do we think of knowledge the Dark Eldar raids are? Like, we talk about Space Marines and their rarity even earlier, like chance of you seeing one is not likely. Like, do you think Dark Eldar raids are common enough that the common citizen are aware of them? You know what I mean?
I
Mhm.
don't know about common citizen. I feel like certainly a couple of ranks below the High Lords are going to be aware, very much aware. Commanders are going to be briefed on them if there've
Yeah.
been raids, and to be
Mhm.
honest, people might just come across the sites of it, the aftermath. So
Well,
there's going to be probably whispers, but I don't think there's common knowledge. They're probably spoken about almost like a chupacabra or Bigfoot. You know, this thing
yeah.
that some people
Yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
believe in, but others are like, shit, no, that's too silly.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like it will be like speed and stealth based, so people they just disappear, but there's no evidence the Drukhari was there. Otherwise, it would be just difficult for them to find anyone, and
Yeah. And you just
it's
have like
better.
whispers of like sometimes they come to our planet and take all the women. It's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh shit. But yeah, like they don't know what Commorragh is necessarily like, and that there's like a whole cool arena there. There's no people like, well, I'm gonna be the best fucking gladiator. Like it's just like, yeah,
yeah.
not well known. Who I'm sure there definitely are planets that know about the Dark Eldar, know them by name, maybe even have some people that got taken and escaped. There's this one crazy battle of like Space Marines, salamanders. They go into Commorragh with a battle barge and then rescue a bunch of slaves from Commorragh.
And then probably wish they hadn't.
Yeah, I don't know if it ended well for them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's an interesting thought, isn't it? Just that thought process. There must be planets or sites where the Dark Eldar are more likely to attack and raid.
Yeah, yeah.
So, would the Imperium put in place to prevent mass hysteria, something similar to, the Grey Knights and anything demonic, right?
Yeah.
No one says a word, or
If you see something, say something. Just let it happen is more great advice.
yeah, and when you say something, we will shoot you. Yeah, it's an
Nothing like closure.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought experiment, really. Like, and almost makes the Dark Eldar scarier that their victims are completely unsuspecting, have never heard or have any inclination of the Dark Eldar, which makes it even more horrific when they're captured and tortured and experimented on. And yeah,
because it's not empire building where you're like one planet over, there's a race there, and we've been fighting them for centuries.
Yeah.
Here. They appear out of the darkness, they take everyone, and they leave.
It sounds like special forces.
Yeah. They just put a bag over your head. Yeah. But I feel like sometimes maybe they try to just lure people. I mean, people in Imperium are just miserable. So they just see this 2-meter tall, big tooty goth girlfriend, and they're like, "Come on, come in the car." Trying to trick
new
them
recruitment
with
method.
Yeah.
That's where they're going, and I can guarantee someone's now going to do a proxy army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're telling me if she asked you to get into her car, you wouldn't? She pulls up in her fucking Land Raider, hop in, we're going raiding. You're not?
I know my girlfriend is watching this, therefore...
No. I am not into women.
Unless there's... Yeah. Unless there's one that looks exactly like her, absolutely not.
Okay. Well, I'll add British to my tagline and see what happens here. Dark Eldar, Witch British, and we'll see. No, I don't think it changed the search. So
no.
Okay. Well, then we'll stop ogling these plastic minis. Too often, I get caught looking at minis by my wife. It's quite frankly embarrassing.
I mean, I will just say as a little side note, when we were looking at models for Eva to start playing with and to start collecting and such, I consciously, and was very conscious, and I've never admitted this to her, so she's probably going to have a go at me. I try to steer her away from the over-sexualized female models because they are like the we kind of ignore that as functioning adults.
Hey, speak for yourself.
And yeah, no, she was drawn to Daughters of Cain, so it was like, oh, well, I tried. I tried.
So funny, man. Yo, I've done the same thing where you're like, okay, I'm not gonna introduce them to Sisters of Battle, and then they look and they're like, oh, cool. What are these ones? They're like,
Yeah.
damn you, gender dynamics every time. Yeah.
So, let's talk about his abilities now that I've dug myself a massive hole to go back to my girlfriend with.
We all love our women here. Never once have we wanted to make any type of flesh. Never mind. Let's carry on. Let's
move on. Swift.
I'm digging a hole.
Yeah, Lawhammer Legal will prepare the divorce papers now. So, Urien Rakarth's abilities are built upon an unparalleled mastery of fleshcrafting, making him one of the greatest biological artisans to ever emerge from Commorragh. The fact he's now being called an artisan makes me worried that he's going to turn up at a farmer's market next to some like sourdough.
Nothing is worse than when the big professional businessman comes into a small farmer market and just runs house.
Yeah.
Can't compete with his low prices. Everything's better quality.
Yeah. It's got an even number of arms on it.
Love it.
To the Master Haemonculus, the body is not a fixed creation, but a malleable framework awaiting improvement, refinement, and redesign. Through ancient surgical techniques, forbidden sciences, and a millennia of experimentation, Rakarth can reshape living tissue, engineer new biological functions, and create enhancements tailored to any purpose he requires. Whether increasing strength, resilience, regeneration, sensory perception, or adapting the body for survival in hostile conditions, he treats flesh as a limitless medium for innovation. His own form is the greatest testament to his abilities, having been repeatedly rebuilt and perfected across countless cycles of death and rebirth. For Rakarth, fleshcrafting is not merely a skill or profession. It is the ultimate expression of control over life itself, allowing him to create warriors, monsters, and living works of art according to his exacting designs.
Imagine his childhood. He's just taking toys apart and just putting the parts into one another.
He's Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah.
Except he's doing that with like human children.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
The note on it being artwork just makes me think this big secret thing is actually like a school project.
Yeah.
He's making the vinegar and baking soda volcano out of human beings.
Nice. It's beautiful.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Do you want gills or wings? Which one do you want him to put on you?
Yeah, both. Why not?
Fucking both. Okay.
I'm sure he's got the
you
ability.
can flap to fly now.
So you want to fly through the air, but when you do, you oxygen drown. That's nice because you need the gills in the water.
Yeah.
Kind of an
Are they
oversight.
closing the gills? Surely he must have crafted it so
You can fly through clouds maybe with the gills.
Yeah, and then when you're in the water with your wings, they're not quite as good as fins. It's just you fucked up with your choice, and now you look like a freak.
I've already got them looking like a freak part down, so I'll take either.
Yeah, gills or wings. Yeah, okay, nice.
I'm curious if he has any favorite species to work on, like Kroot, for example. I think they would love to work on Kroot since they have their own little transformation shit already. Or Tyranids. Maybe not actually, since they're more like mindless little shits.
Yeah. Humans, they just like the screams, but not as like fun biologically to work on, as a Kroot. But you do get the screams. Yeah. There definitely is like a value system and a currency of different souls.
Mhm.
It'd be wild if GW ever kind of came out with like, what is an Eldar soul actually worth to them? What's
I
a
was
Tau
gonna say,
soul?
are we going to start
Yeah.
talking Dark Elder economy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
50
hell yeah.
schmeckles for an Eldar.
Ah.
Schmeckle.
Excellent.
But you know, some die-hard fans of each faction would get butthurt over it.
That's what we
Yeah.
want.
No, not all Space Marines are worth the same to the Dark Elder. My Black Templars should be worth way more.
Yeah. Fuck your Black Templar. Give him
No
another
one
arm and
cares.
come back. Yeah. Unless he's got 7 arms and a weird spine, I don't want to hear it.
What is that?
They're like leeches.
Like his tail?
They're called oh man, they're called homunculus, plunklunks. I don't know. We do talk about them in this episode.
I wonder
That's not
what
English,
they
Mark.
use them for.
Hemovores.
Tentacle shit. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, shall I continue with cloning?
Yeah.
The homunculi possess methods to surpass mortality, preserving fragments of their essence within hidden vessels and dimensional sanctuaries. Through forbidden soulcraft and biological mastery, they may return in new bodies after destruction. Only complete annihilation of both flesh and spirit can truly end such ancient beings, whose existence defies ordinary death.
Yeah, wild that they can just kind of clone. It almost makes the Ynnari faction redundant. If like, what's the drawing factor for Dark Elder to join the Ynnari if you can kind of just get yourself cloned permanently? I
Yeah,
guess
it's not fun.
Is it dragging your soul across, and do you have the?
I guess it's like then you don't have to constantly feed that soul tax if you get rid of Slaanesh through your need. Sure. Okay. Okay. Sure. Cloning pretty wild. Yeah, just you got to have a good homunculus cloner though, for sure. You don't want to come back as something you're not supposed to, and you definitely want to come back though. Is the other thing. You want to make sure that he is going to bring you back.
You don't want to get the apprentice.
No.
You just come back with a normal size head and tiny body.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just look like a bobblehead.
No.
Doesn't watch.
Oh man, neck problems and back problems for the rest of your life. No. Yeah.
It's all right though, because they'll put an orc spine in you.
Oh, yes, durable. Very nice. And it's vegan, I guess, too, so that's friendly.
Ooh,
that's nice.
fantastic.
Vegan spines.
Inclusive.
Yeah. Creations, so different creations of Rakarth. Pain is the only universal constant. Pain is all. It is the key to creation and destruction both. Thus, he who masters pain becomes God.
Why does it sound like Trump?
No, that would be more like this. Come on. Pain is excellent. I love pain. Some say he has the best pain every morning. No, I'm not the best at it, but it's a little more flamboyant.
He's the greatest of pain guys. I know him. He's a great guy. He's got the best pain.
Best pain. Urien's creations are engineered horrors that emerge from his flesh pens. His racks are towering grotesques, represent countless experiments in biological refinement. Only the most resilient subjects survive his procedures, becoming examples of perfected mutation. These creations are not mere servants, but masterpieces of autonomy and brutality, with his uber grotesques standing as the ultimate expression of homunculus craftsmanship and Rakarth's relentless pursuit of perfection. Yeah.
It doesn't get any better, does it?
It's very nice.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
What's better than an Uber uber grotesque, like I don't know.
A super uber.
Oh
Turbo-
yes,
Turbo grotesque.
nice. Yes, now we're talking.
Yeah, so let's talk about Wracks, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Wracks, sorry, that was terrible. I'm just going to take
love
it.
No take backs. This is live.
Dang it. Wracks are the perfected creations of the homunculi, individuals who have surrendered their original forms to become living instruments of service, experimentation, and violence. Through countless surgical alterations, their bodies are rebuilt into obedient extensions of their master's will, combining unnatural strength with carefully engineered biological modifications. Homunculi rarely concern themselves with ordinary labor, instead relying upon Wracks to maintain their laboratories, prepare specimens, conduct procedures, and guard their secluded domains. Their altered bodies contain enhanced muscles, reinforced organs, chemical augmentations, and grafted structures designed for endurance and efficiency. Limbs are replaced with blades, claws, or specialized instruments, while spinal growths and external frameworks provide mounting points for tools, toxins, and surgical devices. Unlike many creations of the homunculi, Wracks often choose their transformation willingly. After centuries within the endless decadence of Commorragh, some Drukhari seek escape from their own emptiness by offering themselves to the fleshcrafters. They exchange identity, beauty, and individuality for a new existence shaped by pain and modification. Their reward is a form of twisted purpose, masked and altered beyond recognition. Wracks become servants, guardians, and warriors of the covens. They accompany their creators into real space raids, advancing as grotesque shock troops whose bodies represent the triumph of artificial design over natural limitation. Each Wrack is a biological experiment that continues beyond the operating table, a living testament to the homunculus belief that flesh exists only to be improved, controlled, and perfected. To Urien Rakarth, such creations are not merely followers, they are evidence of his mastery. Each altered body, another successful demonstration that even life itself can be reshaped according to the desires of a sufficiently skilled artisan. Within Rakarth's flesh pens, the creation of Wracks is performed with detached precision. Each incision and alteration serves a calculated purpose, removing weakness and introducing new capabilities. Their existence is not considered cruelty by the homunculus, but refinement of a flawed biological design to lesser beings. They are horrors. To Rakarth, they are achievements.
They are friends.
They're basically interns, actually.
Yeah, shit.
Well, all I can say from that is the real Wracks are the friends we made along the way.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, they are.
Um,
Now, let's all get this surgery to remove 4 of our ribs so we can suck our own wiener. That they get here.
Done.
Done. I'm in. Yeah, these things are
Sold.
gross to look at. Like
Yeah.
they're disturbing. I don't like that they're so skinny.
The thing for me is hardened organs.
Ew.
Aren't a number of organs meant to be soft to function?
Yeah, my heart's supposed to pump. It's not supposed to be a brick.
Yeah. Why do I have concrete for lungs?
Because you have gills. You don't need your lungs anymore.
Gills float through to the lungs, don't they? Fish don't have lungs.
Listen, I'm not a scientist, okay?
I'm now going to have to Google, do fish have lungs?
I have no
Yeah.
idea, honestly. Never thought about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
Wracks.
Okay. Fish do not have lungs. There we go.
Ah,
Mystery solved,
I knew
guys.
it.
Okay.
Dumb bitch. Gotcha.
Which, considering my name, I should be fully clued up on fish facts.
He is half fish and he doesn't know it. Yeah. All right. Well, those guys are gross. I don't like looking at them for too long. I don't like elbow joints that split off into two arms.
Yeah.
It's kind of not for me.
They look cool, I think. I really like the models. Kind of reminds me of Pyramid Heads.
Pyramid heads?
Yeah. Pyramid Heads from Silent Hill.
I think. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this dude.
Huh. Why
I
is
don't
he
know. It's
wearing
just
that?
the paleness in the head and the skirt kind of thing, I suppose.
I like the horror. You get that same vibe. Like I've seen some of those clips of that guy chasing you so slowly and menacing, and you're like, ah! It's just like it's creepy. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine
Unnatural.
being that imperial citizen on an agri world. Say, you've not heard whispers or anything like that. You're completely oblivious, and these guys just appear
Yeah, fuck.
because
Ooh.
they're humanoid enough.
But they're also big too. Like Eldar are bigger than
Yeah.
you, so like they also
Yeah.
would be like these like
Yeah.
weirdly tall, like unnaturally moving. Oh yeah, that'd be so creepy.
Yeah. Like, would you assume that they're demons, perhaps, because of the extra limbs and attachments?
Honestly,
And the fact that
Sure as shit ain't.
they actively extend your spine.
I mean, they look more normal than half the Imperial stuff. I mean, they look more human than a Tech Priest or Skitari, I would say.
Yeah.
Hey, shit, that's good. Wait, check out this bad boy. You're right. Which would you rather be, a rack or a servitor? Mr. Servitor Man here. This one actually is a good example.
No, I would go servitor. I would go servitor.
All right. Human supremacist. I like it. Good for you.
Maybe you would say, oh, that's an interesting servitor model. I haven't seen that one before. It just kidnaps you or something.
That could be you.
At least once that limb's gone and replaced by mechanics, you're not feeling horrific pain.
Yeah. Except for this guy that even though he's a part of the wall, he still needs to be able to yell at you in pain.
Yeah.
But these guys, they keep getting upgrades now, the Wracks. Since they're volunteering, it's, they have some control over themselves at least.
Wow.
Are those tits? What the heck?
Yeah, we don't want to go too much further in the not safe for work direction, but this could be you, is all I'm saying.
It gives coffee or something.
Yeah, they're almost like Borg too now, just clicking through and ending up on Borg.
Yeah.
Nasty. I don't like it. I don't want to be it. I'm glad I live in the time that I live. I just have to worry about, I don't know, the world constantly ending. That's not too bad. All right, what about Grotesques? What are those things like?
The Grotesques are the pinnacle of homunculus fleshcraft, towering creations engineered from living subjects and reshaped into instruments of overwhelming violence. Through agonizing procedures, alien captives and disgraced Drukhari are stripped of their former identities and rebuilt into monstrous warriors designed for close combat. So they're more like servitors, lobotomized and whatnot.
Yeah.
To the homunculi, creating such horrors represents mastery over nature itself, transforming imperfect organisms into deliberate works of biological art. Each fleshcrafter seeks to surpass their rivals with increasingly brutal designs, producing hulking beasts of muscle, weaponry, and unnatural resilience. I also would like to comment on something. Maybe that's why they don't like making themselves too hulking and huge, the homunculi. Because they don't want to be a hulking, retarded grotesque. They want to be like, yeah, I'm still a Drukhari. I'm still, sleek and elegant. I'm not one of those muscleheads.
Yeah, because I was looking at this guy. I'm just like, how does he not do that to himself and become like truly beyond his Eldar humanity or whatever you would call it, But yeah, that's a good way. Like he does still have like Eldar supremacy mindset. He still does want to be like that, like nimble, live kind of Eldar being.
their aesthetic thing is a little bit different. They don't find this to be cool and attractive. To them, it's like,
Yeah.
it's like us looking at a cow or something. It's
Hell yeah, brother.
unnecessary. Yeah.
Oh.
Rakarth's Grotesques are unleashed as shock troops. Their immense strength and durability used to shatter enemy formations. After battle, these creations are recovered and returned into the surgical slab, where further alterations await. They are not soldiers, but ongoing experiments, endlessly refined by the cold hands of their creator. Their bodies are living records of the homunculi obsession with perfection, displaying countless modifications and adaptations that allowed them to survive wounds that would destroy lesser creations, while providing Rakarth's unmatched genius in fleshcrafting. Quite lovely stuff, yeah.
Yeah, all upbeat.
Beautiful.
All upbeat, as the entire episode has been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This picture.
that just makes me think
Oh my
of Forrest
God.
Gump. That just makes me think of Forrest.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, that's great. Look at this little one arm just up here in this back. He's got this little nubbin arm.
Yeah. How many
Really
pieces
punch
did they
anything.
put in
Shaking
that
a fist
thing?
like, come back here.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'll get you. Yeah, gross. So uber grotesques, they represent Rakarth's highest refinements of fleshcraft, retaining fragments of awareness beyond ordinary creations while displaying superior combat capabilities and resilience. These perfected monstrosities endure injuries that would annihilate lesser grotesques, standing as clinical examples of adaptation. If you like converting things and coming up with wonky kit bashes, this is the route you do it. If you're a Dark Eldar player, you can just do flesh crafting.
There's some really cool artwork for these as well. So there's one of a homunculi working on. There we go. Working on him.
Yikes! Oh man, his like Doctor Octopus bone, fish bone things.
Yeah. But for it to me, from that piece of art though, his right hand is almost like stroking the grotesque face as if admiring his own work and art.
Yeah.
You know,
I do the same thing with my
creation.
40k minis.
Yeah. That's normal. You don't have to announce that. That's just accepted. But just, and it kind of reminds me of that Skaven vibe as well. They constantly mutating, trying to get bigger and better in a way.
Yeah.
It's that similar sort of mutation and just grossness.
Yeah, for sure. There are a bunch of like Skaven conversions that they took, like those Skaven ogres or whatever they're called, and turned them in.
Yeah,
here's a good example of one. But
yeah, so I think he's from the Screaming Bell.
Okay.
Model.
Cool.
/ the Plague Furnace, I think it is.
Oh man.
Oh, that's nasty.
Okay.
That's 7 shades of hentai.
Fucking tight. You could just go wild with these conversions, man. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I want to do Tentacle Beast. What the fuck is this one all about?
It's just the spirits of Space Marines, which is kind of wild. But this is it with the grotesques. Really, you can go in any direction you want.
Yeah, basically.
Different homunculi are going to see their vision created differently.
Yeah, we were talking about those different factions too in philosophies, and there's a whole bunch of them. And yeah, different ones definitely do it different ways and have different techniques, and yeah.
So, shall we move on to Engines of Pain to lighten the mood?
Before that, I would like to drop something. I think it was the last stream I talked about the game Rogue Trader. It's basically the tabletop Rogue Trader as a game. It was on Steam. It is on Steam. And in one part of the game, you actually go to Commorragh and you actually have to deal with increasingly more difficult versions of these cocksuckers, basically. And like each one is different. One is like immune to bullets altogether. So you're like, how the hell do I kill this shit? And
That's cool.
one basically gets stronger when you hit it with psyker attacks and stuff. So yeah, there is really no limit to them. And, fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I wish the tabletop unit could somehow represent them better with all the different upgrades and change, but it just how can you? I get it.
Yeah. Without creating them as like 5 or 6 different units. These are the anti-psyker, the grotesques. These are the anti-melee grotesques. These are the anti.
And they wouldn't be unique enough, you know. Like each one of these should be like that unique creation where it's like if you see one that's the same, it's like they were almost like, well, yeah, I made 10 of them this way at one time. Like it was like a batch make as opposed to like
yeah.
Hang on, but I get it.
Are GW not doing their usual thing of you need the exact same models but slightly different for different roles? You can have them in a squad of 5, but we'll only sell 3 at a time.
Yeah, you see this little nubbin here? That means you need to buy 5 more.
Yeah. It's slightly surprising now. We've talked it over. So, engines of pain are homunculi constructs created as both weapons and demonstrations of biological artistry, designed to destroy enemies through elaborate suffering and spectacle. These machines represent the highest expression of fleshcrafting ingenuity. Many forms exist, yet the Talos remains the most common and feared variant, a living engine of torment and war. I think the Talos is my favorite tabletop model for the Dark Eldar, for the Drukhari.
Okay, what's you liking about
it? It's just horrific. And that to me is just the pinnacle of Drukhari. Like, I don't care what setting I see this in. I'm running from it.
Yeah, it is pretty gross. Like if you actually start looking at like how it's done, like like it's this huge, oversized, like stitched together thing. Like, yeah.
Look at the little arms.
Yeah, a little shanking arm.
And they're flying as well. Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
They just
it's not comfortable either. This thing, like it's like these things are in constant like twitching with pain and stuff and agony.
And are they screaming?
I hope so.
It's that so there's you've got psychological warfare there as well. You know, this thing is creating more noise out of pain than you are as it rips you in two.
Yeah.
You know,
this hurts me more than it hurts you. I believe him.
And what's scarier is it turns out it's your long lost brother that you suddenly recognize his voice.
Oh. Timmy. We thought you were in the well.
What would be even more off-putting? It's like a 5-year-old voice, a child's voice,
Jesus,
which wouldn't put it past the Drukhari. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
they actively breed, right? Like the humans, they have their little camps and shit, so they don't need to constantly raid for new slaves. They just breed them basically like cattle.
Yeah,
nice. You know, they say when you have livestock, it's one bad day, but a lot of good days. But when it's human cattle and Commorragh, I think it operates a bit different.
Yeah.
I imagine them to be like armless and stuff. They just get rid of all the parts they don't need so they can use it for something else.
Yeah.
So it's like armless, legless people trying to have kids.
Oh, man. Flopping around. Wild.
Nuggets.
Whoever's been doing this guy, he is wild with his conversions, man.
That looks amazing.
And like his paint job.
Yeah.
I can't tell what is what even. Like, what is an arm? What's the fucking leg there?
It's beautiful.
Seriously.
A beautiful fleshy mess. They also have a variant called the Chain Ghoul. And it is a specialized Talos Pain Engine utilized by the Prophets of Flesh, so specifically Rakarth's kind of coven, reflecting their obsession with combining brutal machinery and grotesque biological refinement. These clankering engines of torment serve as a mobile instrument of experimentation and destruction, carrying Rakarth's philosophy of fleshcrafting beyond the operating table and onto the battlefield. So yeah, if you see like a more mechanical kind of one, it might be a chain ghoul.
And
Why
there
go
is
for the Talos Pain Engine part, by the way? I think we skipped that part, did we?
Oh, sorry about that. Got carried away with reading.
I was going to say, I just want to comment on the fact that the first image for a chain ghoul looked like the standard Dark Elder collector.
Yeah, essentially. maybe a little more gay, like 25% more gay, but we're close. We're fucking close.
Okay, the Talos Pain Engine. Talos Pain Engines are among the greatest creations of the homunculi. Semi-sentient fusions of living tissue and machinery designed to transform suffering into a precise biological process. Drifting upon anti-gravitic systems, each Talos bears the signature of its creator while serving as guardian, executioner, and mobile laboratory. These constructs accompany homunculi into real space raids, where they harvest specimens, extract genetic material, and capture subjects for further study. Their bodies are reinforced with metallic shells and equipped with surgical instruments, blades, and advanced weaponry capable of dismantling even powerful foes. To their creators, Talos are not merely machines, but perfected expressions of fleshcrafting. So they're like pets, I suppose.
Or children.
That's that one like pet that we've seen earlier from the artwork. It's this loving like tickling of the dog's forehead. You're a good grotesque.
I now think they're more
Pain
like
engine.
children.
Okay,
Yeah.
kind of getting into trouble.
Shape them into what you want them to be.
Ah,
They
I've always
might be
wanted
their
a spiky
relatives,
child.
Yeah. I think they like doing shit like this to their siblings and stuff for like political power as well. So like
Yeah.
it shows that they're the head of the family or something. At least
You
I
wouldn't
remember
vote
some shit
for
like that.
Crown Lar? He's a flesh chair. Vote for me. Yes,
At least I'm a cabinet.
At least I'm a cabinet.
Those unfortunate enough to encounter a Talos are subjected to its array of dissecting tools and adaptive mechanisms. Victims are harvested piece by piece, their biological components collected for future experiments, potions and elixirs. The creature's function extends beyond destruction. It preserves valuable specimens for later interrogation and refinement. A failed Talos, or one contaminated by unsuitable genetic material, may be judged imperfect and discarded by its master. Such creations represent the homunculi belief that life itself is a raw material, and only through endless modification can true perfection be achieved. Among these artisans of pain, the Talos stands as a masterpiece of controlled mutation, a walking testament to the ancient genius of creators such as Urien Rakarth. Its existence demonstrates the union of anatomy and technology, allowing Rakarth to command a creation that embodies both scientific curiosity and the elegant cruelty of the Drukhari fleshcrafters, who reshape existence according to their own superior designs. Once again, I'm really curious to see like Tech Priest and Homunculi just have a conversation about like tips and tricks. Don't do this, do that. Yeah.
Just two geniuses in a room having high-level conversations about sewing people to things.
Do you
Yeah.
think they? Do you think they chat on Discord?
Probably.
I feel like I wouldn't want to meet either in a pub or a bar,
Yeah.
but I can see them chatting through Discord or like an old school web forum.
Yeah. That's one way of communication for sure. They also sometimes have like an ear, and inside the ear they've put a little warp portal, so you whisper into the ear, and the other person has the other ear. So they're kind of like headphones.
Yeah. Walkie talkies. They
Walkie-talkie
have
ear.
either a servitor or a rack
Yeah.
who
Exactly.
holds that within their ear.
It's
all laughs
There we
and
go.
giggles until a demon puts his dick through the portal in the ear.
What, Willie? Yeah, fuck. I hate that.
Everything's fun and games until a demon puts their dick through a portal.
God damn it.
Demon glory holes.
Stay away from the demon glory holes. I don't know how many times, Fisher, we have to tell you that.
In the
Never
warp,
ends
demon
well.
just sees like a small warp portal, and they're like, okay, someone left a glory hole here.
Instead of the whole like Reddit forum, don't stick your dick in it. It's like stick your dick in it, the demon.
You never know.
Oh,
It's when it turns out to not be a demon and it is just some poor
Yeah.
Imperium guy who's just come across this random hole in space time. And
Yeah, it might be an inquisitor with a like scissor weight in the other side of the portal, so they
what?
can
I'm
just
doing
chop.
it for science.
just imagine being that one Inquisitor who sat
Yeah.
waiting for
Yeah,
his
just
entire career,
Yeah,
and it
with
finally happened.
guillotine.
Ah,
Oh dear! Right, moving on swiftly from the thought of being over the
swiftly.
moon with cutting off a dick. Hemovores are parasitic bloodworms cultivated as living instruments of biological extraction within Commorragh's depths. These creatures can drain the vital fluids of large prey within moments and are bred by Urien Rakarth in enhanced forms for his experiments and vengeance. Such organisms are prized among Archons and Homunculi alike as grotesque additions to their collection of lethal creatures and refined horrors. A super leech. A space super leech.
That's quite
Yeah.
tame, actually, all things considered. I was sure it was gonna be some penis thing, to be honest.
Well, that is the question. Do we stick our dick in it or not? I hear sucking and I'm like, well, that gets me interested.
And
yeah,
to be
it
fair,
doesn't say blood. It says vital fluids.
yeah.
I got blood in my penis. We're going to have a good time, I think.
I mean, it also said it doesn't say how it drains you.
Mm.
It said drain. It didn't say suck.
Excellent. Okay.
So,
Now we're getting somewhere, boys. Ultimate fleshcrafting.
so hang on. One of the first things they've got is a toothy fleshlight.
A toothy fleshlight. It's perfect. One of the first things they need to make. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to see like those severed torsos with like, you know what? We need to move past it. We got to carry on. We got to keep going with the conversation before we get Warhammer Legal involved.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
Drukhari episode. I was expecting this to
Yeah.
happen. long ago.
Yeah. What's worse than a toothy fleshlight? I could think of some things, but it's illegal.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me about the Carnival of Pain.
When Urien Rakarth unleashes his creations upon a chosen target, he does not conduct a mere raid. He stages a carefully engineered demonstration of suffering, transforming warfare into a calculated exhibition of biological artistry. His most prized creations are transported within specially modified raiders, restrained by chains, containment devices, and reinforced cages. Excuse me. Reinforced cages, until the moment their release will produce the greatest effect. Rakarth possesses an appreciation for presentation that rivals his mastery of flesh. His attacks are carefully timed to coincide with darkness, planetary disasters, or spectacular natural phenomena, ensuring his creations are displayed beneath the most appropriate conditions. From the decks of elegant pleasure skiffs, Drukhari nobles observed the slaughter, treating the destruction below as a rare performance of anatomical craftsmanship. For the elite of Commorragh, witnessing one of Rakarth's carnivals of pain is considered a privilege. Many who attend emerge rejuvenated, their bodies restored through the Master Haemonculus methods and their vitality renewed. To those who believe Rakarth approaches the status of a dark deity, these impossible displays serve as further evidence of his supposed transcendence. However, such privileges always carry a cost. Rakarth has no interest in crude wealth or traditional payments. His currency is far more valuable.
Your money's no good here, friend.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing to hear.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Obligation, secrets, and biological resources. Some guests receive simple requests, favors to be fulfilled at a later date. These agreements are enforced through hidden methods, ensuring that even the most powerful Drukhari cannot escape easily from their promises. Others pay more immediate prices. A fragment of flesh, a memory, a physical feature, or even an entire identity may be demanded in exchange for witnessing his creations. I think the most creepy part is you don't know what you're going to have to pay until the payment is about to be collected, I guess.
Yeah, fuck. That's the worst circus ever. You go in and it's like, we want a toe. You want to come watch? We need a toe. But don't worry, your toe will dance on stage later. You can become a part of the circus.
The unfortunate may become part of the spectacle itself, transformed from the observer into subject. Yet this possibility only enhances the attraction, for danger has always been one of Commorragh's greatest entertainments. When Rakarth's creations finally descend upon their victims, the battlefield becomes an extension of his laboratory. Defenders are overwhelmed by engineered horrors, captured for experimentation, or reshaped into new demonstrations of fleshcrafting. The terror produced by these displays surpasses ordinary warfare, becoming a carefully designed experience intended to stimulate both fear and fascination. Among the Drukhari, such spectacles rival even the greatest performances of the witch cults. The combination of violence, suffering, and biological transformation creates a sensation unlike any other, providing Rakarth's audience with a form of entertainment only possible within the darkest corners of Commorragh. Yet, some within the Dark City suspect these exhibitions serve a purpose beyond simple amusement. Rumors persist of hidden projects, secret expeditions, and vast resources diverted toward unknown experiments, while attention remains focused upon his public displays. It's your idea, Mark. He's making a Commorragh out of just people.
Yes, I love it. When lore becomes reality.
Yep. Whether these carnivals of pain are merely artistic expressions or a distraction concealing a greater design remains uncertain. If Urien Rakarth pursues some purpose beyond the perfections of his craft, he has revealed nothing. The ancient homunculus has guarded his intentions across centuries, allowing only his creations to speak for him. And those creations continue to demonstrate one undeniable truth. In the hands of Rakarth, Flesh, pain, and life itself remain nothing more than materials awaiting refinement. And then we have a quote. When I look upon these lesser races, I am filled with disgust. Left to their own devices, they lead lives that are pitifully brief and completely devoid of meaning. How many of their generations have passed by in my lifetime? The answer is beneath my attention. Yet with the correct application of my art, each of those wretched beings can be made to endure an eternity of suffering. And it is through their screams that they show me their value. Urien Rakarth, the Master Haemonculus of the prophets of flesh. Yeah.
Fuck that
Beautiful.
quote.
That was a lot of fucking shit to read.
So not even their flesh is worth anything. Purely their screams.
Just their screams. Yeah, fun. Quite the ambience in one of these rooms, you know?
Yeah.
It's like walking into like a Catholic church with the choir, but screams.
See, I was going with like a fourth date and rather than smooth jazz music on a record.
Okay, yeah, I could see that too.
Imagine he has like phases, because imagine living that long and that's the only thing you do. So he's like, yeah, okay, I'll just switch up my decor a little bit. I will just have mail with like.
Lately, I've just been really enjoying turning everyone blue.
Getting
I
up
don't know why.
Smurfs.
Yeah, I've just been smurfifying people. Like 400 years.
I'm going to say, doesn't every artist have a blue phase or something? There's certain phases every artist
The blue
That's so funny.
Do you think there's a gallery of his different like periods of work?
Yeah. That somewhere in this Carnival of Pain, for sure, there is like a museum section where you can walk through his early works and like,
yeah. This is his exterior lung phase.
You can really see what he was trying to do with oxygen and taking it away from people.
Yeah. For some reason,
externalizing their screams.
I imagine a secret project to be actually something wholesome. That's why he can't share with everyone.
He's been making the perfect family for himself.
Yeah.
And all it is like a 1950s sitcom.
American Family.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like
dad in a suit, mum in a dress,
yeah,
2.5 children.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he comes home. Rakarth comes home to this little family. He's me, Daddy. How is work, sweetie? A heck of a day at the office.
Hands him a martini as he walks through the door.
I've experienced countless generations of lives, and this was the best.
I would say it's likely. I mean, you would get tired of that, and Drukhari, they're all about experimenting and doing something different every once in a while. So what do you do after tens of thousands of years of torture and mutilation and stuff? You probably just make a sentient teddy bear,
or you settle down and start a 1950s Modern Family or whatever.
Yeah. Therapeutic hugs.
Yeah, that's fucked. His war gear, so he's got a bunch of different war gear that helps him in his art. So maybe it's not art war gear, it's like art supplies. He's got his own Michael's store. Urien Rakarth.
Does he have a wet palette though?
Yeah, and I won't tell you what the wet part is. Yeah, it's all just palette. Wrong. Or the palette. Even the paint is like the Fulgrim style paint where it's made, the browns are made out of something, the reds are made out of some. It's wretched. Yeah. Urien Rakarth possesses an unparalleled command of homunculus weaponry, combining ancient craftsmanship and clinical understanding of pain, death, and biological failure. Every instrument he carries has been refined through millennia of experimentation, allowing him to wield each device with surgical precision beyond the lesser fleshcrafter. Rather than relying on conventional armor, he adorns himself with preserved skins of his victim. You ever see somebody wear like 10 shirts at one time and like eventually like you can't stab or punch them, hurt them? Yeah. Same technique. Very nice. His arsenal includes mutagenic injectors and lethal blades, yet his greatest weapons remain the horrors created within his laboratories, where flesh and sanity are reshaped according to his exacting designs. Each battle serves as another opportunity to observe refinement and experimentation. To Rakarth, warfare is not merely conflict, but a controlled environment where living subjects reveal possibilities. His mastery of torment has elevated him above his peers, earning him the title Master Haemonculus. Though unmatched skill, patience, and endless pursuit of biological perfection itself. Good for him.
Yeah.
It's nice to be like to be noticed by your peers and stuff and given like a title or something like that.
This is the promotion he's been working for.
Yeah. Recognition. I
what
really
we all
am
fight for.
the best at sewing things to things while keeping them alive.
And endlessly screaming.
Yes.
Doesn't he at least have a rival or something to keep things interesting? Like Edison and Tesla is like, oh, look what I did, and shit. Otherwise, it would be so boring, I think.
Yeah, I wonder. I know there are a couple named characters. That actually is a very good question if he has a rival. Maybe I'll see if I can find a question.
I dare say over 10,000 years, he's probably had a few. But perhaps
like an ongoing one.
Yeah, well, but because there's so few beings, mortal beings, spanning that space of time, perhaps that would be his ultimate nemesis, would be the one person, the one other homunculus that manages to crack mortality.
Yeah, and the one he just can't ever kill in like that battle where it's like he kills him sometimes the one gets the upper hand on Rakarth, but since they both just kind of clone and come back, it's like this eternal game.
Yeah. That'd be a nice little addition, really, just to have someone named and boom. Someone to bounce off of, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, some of his war gear. The Ica Injector. The Ica Injector, that's quite a tongue twister, is a homunculus weapon that delivers Rakarth's own mutagenic Ica into his victims, transforming his biology into an instrument of experimentation. The device allows the Master Haemonculus to inject volatile fluids during combat, whilst his toxic blades and surgical tools provide countless methods of controlled suffering. Such weapons are not merely designed to kill, but study.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Nice. Cute.
I'm going to jab you with this unknown drug and let's see what it does.
Injecting you with piss.
The old Vancouver way. Found a dirty needle on the side of the ground.
Yeah.
Shove it
Put it
right
in your
in.
arm.
Yeah.
Give it a whirl.
The Casket of Flensing. Urien Rakarth's Casket of Flensing is a homunculus artifact designed for precise harvesting of biological specimens. When opened, this intricate device releases bound spirits that descend upon chosen victims with clinical efficiency. These spectral entities strip away flesh and return the preserved remains to their master for further study and refinement. Jesus. Rather than a simple weapon, the casket represents Rakarth's philosophy that death itself can become a controlled process of collection and experimentation. The trapped spirits transform slaughter into an organized procedure, allowing the Master Haemonculus to extract valuable knowledge from every specimen while displaying the elegant cruelty of his ancient craft. That's really fucked up.
Yeah. Just getting shredded and ripped apart like that. Yeah, and then they feast on your soul. Very nice.
Yeah. How does that work even? Like the jeez.
Yeah. I've just got the image of a fleshcrafter.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
made
that's
of
nice.
flesh.
Chestnut hardwood casket photos.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Do you want to be buried in your wife? Not just beside?
I've always said that. Yes, I definitely want to be buried in.
Well, we got the casket for you. Oh man. He's also got a venom blade. Venom blades are among the most refined instruments of Drukhari nobility, prized for their elegance and lethal precision. Their surfaces contain countless microscopic pores that continuously release concentrated hypertoxins, ensuring every strike remains devastating to Urien Rakarth. Such weapons represent the fusion of artistry, biological engineering, transforming a simple blade into a tool of death. Fucking cool. I was listening to a podcast or whatever, and they were talking about just diseases and how, like, for example, COVID, you could fit like 10,000 COVID germs or whatever on the tip of a pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you picture this blade, and we talk about Eldar loving their like monomolecular blades and stuff, but yeah, this is another little. You get nicked by that, and all of a sudden you have 10,000 different like diseases on you.
I mean, you see the use of venom and poisons on blades throughout history.
For sure.
But this one's actively fed venom, which is even scarier.
And it's got this weird other little venom on it too that keeps you alive as it kills you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a counter venom that is like just not quite powerful enough to actually help preserve you, but strong enough to keep you suffering for a long time.
Yeah. Do you think those capillaries are almost like a certain spitting snakes? Do you think like if you're not quite in range, he just squirts it all over you?
Yeah. Good score.
Kinda
I know
reminds
that would
me
be
of
pretty
diver
horrific.
knives.
Of what?
Yeah.
Diver knives, they have like
Yeah.
what do they have? You basically stab a shark and then press a button and it just blasts them with carbon dioxide or something. I don't remember what they put in, but
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, there's all sorts.
Interesting. So it's like because a regular knife isn't going to do anything, so you got to like scare it type thing.
yeah,
As well?
more like blow it up, I suppose. You can see videos of it. It's like they stab a watermelon and press the button and it just blows the whole thing up.
Okay, well, there's a detour for later. I guess
I was going to say,
right
we now know what Mark's doing for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I'm on the ocean. How the fuck can I hunt some sharks here, man? Like, I could be out there right now instead of in here with diver knives hunting octopus,
making sharks blow up. We'll see on global news. Shark population crashes around Panama.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Fuck.
and then Mark doing his best Moana impression.
Marka.
Marcona?
Fuck. Oh man. Either way, we'll be shirtless and jiggling.
Well, I'm there for it. I'm there for it.
Oh, yeah.
And you can be too if you join the live stream level of the Patreon.
No. That's join my Airbnb. That's a different subscription. Yeah.
That's fine.
So Paradise Reef Airbnb. Come hunt sharks with exploding diver knives.
What is that? That thing has testicles. Look at that.
Yeah. That's a sex toy.
I was going to say that is definitely a plug of some description.
I always forget that you got to add 40k or like Dark Eldar to your search terms, otherwise you get that. It goes from this to that.
Yes. So, getting back to Dark Eldar, the clone field generator.
Oh my God.
Rather than lying upon armor, Urien Rakarth employs the clone field to transform his presence into a shifting illusion upon the battlefield. The device projects multiple identical hollow light replicas of his form, moving in flawless synchrony and making true position difficult to determine. Through this deception, the Master Haemonculus avoids attack while focusing on the collection of valuable specimens for his experiments. Such technology reflects the Drukhari's mastery of manipulation and misdirection, allowing Rakarth to observe and harvest his subjects with clinical precision. To him, concealment is not defense, but another refinement of his art. So I read the title of this piece of war gear, and I thought there was some kind of generator that just started creating clones next to it. And just
like a 3D printer, but for clones.
Yeah, just a genuine clone shield, which would have been incredible.
He might have that still.
This is it. Perhaps that's what he's working on.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's kind of almost more like this, I think.
Yeah, which I think is just as incredible.
How many arms do you need, Rakarth? You need 8 arms on yourself, then you need 50 different bodies with 8 arms each. It's too many arms.
It makes little sense though. Like, it's 40k. Nukes are flying. There's constant artillery and bombs and fucking everything flying around. How can deception be useful when there's titans and knights just blasting shit left and right?
I suppose it's not necessarily has to be close by. To me, it doesn't say it needs to be near to where he actually is. So he could be on the top of a hill watching it all unfold, but the enemy think he's down with the troops. Perhaps.
Yeah.
You know, it could almost be a remote generator. But then he would also have to somehow react to whatever's going on down. Yeah. It's quite something.
Or AI is crazy, man. You take that Doctor Strange hand image.
Yeah.
Turn this into a Dark Eldar Haemonculus.
Look at the head. Look at the knives.
Yeah, it's the faces in their hands. That's the.
Yeah. And this hand, A-OK.
Yeah.
Looking tight. Thanks, AI. You've done it again. You've disturbed me. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, shall we go with homunculus tools and weapons? It's quite a list.
Yeah.
Homunculus weapons and tools are not designed merely to kill. They are instruments of biological study, experimentation, and control. Unlike the weapons of conventional warriors, every device carried by a homunculus serves a dual purpose, capable of inflicting suffering while gathering information from the subject. Tools such as surgical blades, flesh hooks, and scissor-like implements are specialized injectors allow them to alter, dissect, and manipulate living tissue with extraordinary precision. Their weapons often deliver toxins, mutagens, and parasitic organisms designed to weaken, transform, or preserve their victim rather than simply destroy them. The homunculi also employ devices that enhance their own fleshcrafting abilities, allowing them to repair damage, administer chemical compounds, and modify their bodies during battle. That's fucking cool. To them, combat is another form of experimentation, with every wound, reaction, and biological response providing valuable data. Each instrument is a reflection of their philosophy that flesh is not a permanent form, but a material waiting to be reshaped by a sufficiently skilled artisan.
Gross.
I almost read the last part too.
Yeah, they have a whole bunch of different things like infinite tools because they make infinite things. No tool is the same.
Mhm.
If you, they definitely like have a bunch of different stuff, but one of my favorite ones is the liquefier gun, just in case you need to liquefy a human. Put them into your cup for transportation. It's
Yeah.
easier to move a liquid human than it is to move a solid human, I've heard.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a big fan of the idea of the panacea perverted. It's basically sorry, I've read the wrong title there. I like that for different reasons. The Nightmare Doll, which absolutely a gothic stripper name.
Yeah.
The actual idea of it is really quite messed up. The Nightmare Doll is a twisted sympathetic effigy linked to its
Join the live stream if you want to know why we're laughing. YouTube can see.
We are not saying a
Nightmare
word.
Doll.
We are not saying a word. I mean, they were definitely twisted, sympathetic effigies linked to its owner through obscure homunculus arts. Harm directed towards the wearer may instead be reflected through the doll, frustrating attackers and preserving the master's carefully maintained form. Just this idea of, yeah, you're shooting holes in me, but this poor creature next to me, the holes are appearing on them.
Yeah, that's
which is just horrific. Just
sympathetic effigy. Yeah,
yeah.
wild.
You just imagine like Marines putting bolt around after bolt around, and not even noticing the effigy that's crouched down behind a wall.
Yeah, it's just being pulped,
liquefying. You know, and they're just getting more and more angry at the fact that they're not doing anything to this guy.
Well, you don't need a liquefy gun then. In that case.
Have you guys seen the episodes of Space King by Fleshcrafter?
Yeah, I've seen some of them for sure.
There's one where they die of boredom, the Space Marines, because they can't kill some enemies. They basically adapt, and the Space Marines, they just died because of boredom. That came to mind the moment we read this one.
Yeah. Nice. Well, we did it. We talked all there is to talk about. Homunculus and Urien Rakarth, probably one of the most sadistic, vile creatures in all the galaxy. It's pretty cool, pretty fun to joke about. Definitely would never want to meet him or any of his creations. Look at this guy. You could be him if you meet him. This floating floating goblin head. Oh man.
I mean, that's yeah. Is that like the OG?
Yeah, this one is the old
one
for sure. Yeah,
that's cool.
What is he holding even?
Yeah, it's that like that skull container thing. Maybe that's like the casket of cleansing that they're talking about.
But I kind of imagine that to be something big.
Not like a handheld jewelry box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be though.
I can't imagine Mr. Rakarth is one for a trinkets. For some reason, I feel like he attaches the trinkets to his body.
Has to be big and gaudy. Yeah.
But not too big, because he has to remain sleek.
Ah, yes. Cool. Well, what a guy. What a guy. You guys got any other thoughts on him before we close out this episode?
Honestly, he seems like a great guy to hang out with.
Have a beer.
Yeah.
He's got some stories, I'm sure.
Yeah, Jesus. Imagine him having a podcast.
I think he would make for a great cocktail waiter. Think of all the cocktails you could shake at the same time.
Oh yeah, flipping.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
spill something on him, but it's like the nightmare doll absorbs it, so it's squeaky clean.
He just chucks in some random biological liquids just to see what it does to you.
Yeah. If he had a podcast, it could be called Lessons in Agony, Fear and Flesh, The Rack of Rakarth.
I think it would be called something like Bob Ross's show. It sounds very chill and friendly. It actually is like a tutorial showing how to do like different parts, like
the
how
art of
to-
suffering, the horrors
yeah.
of Uriel. Yeah, okay.
Does
7
that mean-
steps to make somebody scream.
the
like-
piece of pain.
It's okay. So, guys, it's okay if you put that arm in the wrong place. It's just a happy little accident.
Yeah,
Just a happy
As
little
an afro.
Oh my god. Yikes. Yeah. All right, kids. Have fun with what you've learned from Lorehammer today. Let's go see what animal you can sew to your brother. Have at her.
Yeah, can't follow that on.
Great episode. I think the next episode we are doing a Tau episode, Tau Unva, the Eternal Undying Spirit. So yeah, we're gonna keep rolling through some of these Xenos characters and learn more about who they are and what they do. So thanks guys for joining me, Fishy. Always fun.
Absolute pleasure as always.
Yeah. Spaldrum, what's your real name? Do I ever get to know?
It's Osmond. It was a great episode, honestly. I
Nice.
got really lucky with it. If it was the previous episode, I have no idea who that guy is. Elrad
guy.
or something. Yeah, I couldn't watch the episode just yet.
Yeah. Now that I know your real name, I can go and make my own little nightmare doll version of you. And when I'm done that, hunt some sharks with my exploding knife.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah. Great.
Great. Where do you go from there? All right. Adios, everyone. Thanks.